Healclinic, and I'm also able to bring different subjects because I keep thinking I have to present something, so it's always a learning for me. So I see many friends joining today. Ajit ji, welcome. I think we are meeting for the next second time. Wonderful, sir. Um, Meera ji is here. Sanjana ji has joined. Somi, Shibu ji, Lakshmi ji. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to see many new faces. So today's topic is again very basics. We are going into very basics of understanding our relation with our sexuality. That is this topic. And for every child, we are born from sexuality, right? So we can't ignore the fact that we are coming from sexuality. Sometimes we don't want to think about this, right? So that is where our origin is from. And we are there in the mother's womb for 9 months. And many women, they are not educated about the birth process. Like in India, we used to have Garbha Sanskar, right? We have heard about Garbha Sanskar. And women are treated in high regards during that time, because it is said that one leg of her is in the heaven, one leg of her is in the earth during the pregnancy. And people used to recite Ramayana and all the epics, all the wisdom, because the child is listening inside the womb. Yeah. So this is how our tradition has been. The Garbha Sanskar was so important, and the baby comes out of the womb already being educated and without any shame. Sexuality was never a shame in India in our times when it was, we used to call Sone ki chidiya, right? It sexuality was put in high regards. And all of us friends, we need to question our beliefs on sexuality. And what is the root? Where is it coming from? Who shamed you about it? So if we are tracing the connection back, we are going to the very beginning of this connection. We'll find the connection is there with the mother. Now it is, it is like, how many of us are born without shame? How many of you do you think that when we are born, the mother was not in shame? The mother goes through so much of shame during the birth process. There's no education there, right? From the very beginning, the child is somewhere getting a feeling that, oh, sex is something very dirty and we shouldn't speak about it. It's all hidden. And suddenly this girl grows up and she now has to get married. And now she does that thing which she has been told not to do. Suddenly she is in a relationship, in an intimacy, and so much shame, so much guilt, right? And there's again no education about pregnancy. Yeah. So the woman goes through all that, and she goes into a hospital kind of setup where she has to deliver a baby for the first time. All the parts are exposed. So we need to ask ourselves, like, we would have these kind of feelings deep inside. How many of our mothers gave us birth without shame, right? And the how the mother educated us of about sexuality, because she is the first teacher for any child, even a boy or a girl. First teacher is the mother. So yes, the for the girl child, it's more the mother will educate. For the boy child, the more the father will educate. But how many of us had that kind of connection? But if you go to the origin, it's basically the mother. And the mother has a clarity about this beautiful energy. She can pass down this to her children, even not with words, even from the subconscious, right? So that's the reason we say when there is an empowered mother, the child will be empowered always. And there is a clarity in the mother, the child will also have clarity. So important to check our connections with mother. So it's the very root of any healing. We heal our connection with our mother, I think most of the problems would be resolved. And especially the when we talk about sexuality, we have to look into the roots of it. Now what happens is, many of the people when I work one on one, they would say, no, we don't have a good connection with the mother. No, I can't even think of talking about these things with mother. Mother never was available, or she was, she did not educate us rightly. So many things are there related to mother. In that case, friends, what I feel is we also have to look at the divinity in our mother, connecting to the higher self of our mother. Now, every one of us have our higher self, right? We need to tame our eyes to see that higher self. And if we can't do that, the best way is to first reach out to the mother nature. I always love, because it's always accessible. The trees, the rocks, everything is available for you. So if you don't have a good connection to your mother, first reach out to mother nature. Connect to the soil, connect to the trees, talk to them, tell that I need help. Oh mother, I need help. Because this is the mother holding us unconditionally. So beautifully the mother is holding all of us, and she is just like a giver. She's all the time giving. So we need to thank her for her contribution in our life. Every day, every minute, she's holding us like babies in her blossom. We are in actually the mother's womb. So basically, if you are looking at the bigger picture, we are already in the cosmic womb. So when we acknowledge that, oh yeah, I am in the cosmic womb, and we start acknowledging the cosmic womb, the Gaia, the Mother Earth, the trees, the plants, we start healing our mother connection. And then we can find this beautiful connection with our mother one day. We will look at that part of her, which is so beautiful, which is like the Gaia, which is like the mother, which is like the cosmic womb. And friends, this connection for me was very special. Like I had not a very good relation with my mother as a child. I was born with gender identity problem. I was I carried guilt and shame about my sexuality. From the very beginning, I suffered from it. And I was always shaming myself. I was always away from my mother. I couldn't connect to her. But as a child, when I was going through my problems, so this mother figure appeared. Actually, we are Bengalis, so we believe in the Mother Kali, Mother Durga. So there was a big Kali temple in front of my house. And one night, that Kali temple is like a little, like Kali is not a very pleasing figure for a child, right? She's like black color with a khadga. It looks very, I was very scared of that, looking at her. I won't look at her. And the next thing that was happening is, there was bali, they used to give bali there. I never liked that. I thought all my animals are friends. Why are they cutting my friends? I was very hurted in my heart because of that. So once I went to her temple, and always they used to come take goats and they will play some drums. And I was used to get so scared. I'll go in under my bed to hide, because I used to shiver from that. And I used to go and hide under the bed. So one day I was very angry. I went to the temple and I spoke to Mother Kali and I said, "You are very bad mother. Why you are cutting the goats? Um, you have to stop this." Like that, I said, you have to stop this. This is very bad. And what happened is, friends, that night I got like a dream, and it's not a dream. It's like an astral experience. The Mother Kali called me to her like this. She was standing like this and she called me. And when I went to her, she put her khadga on my neck and she said that you said that you want to stop the goat cutting, right? And I also told her, if you don't stop it, I'll give my neck one day here. I'll see who cuts my neck. So you are very courageous, huh? So I'll cut your neck now, she says. I was shivering. I was so scared. Anyway, I used to be so scared of her, and that it was a horror dream. And I remember she chopping my head, and I got up with a sweat. I was sweating, head to toe. I was sweating. I could not understand that dream for a long time, friends. And later, one of the class, when I was attending, my mentor, Dr. Newton, was taking a class, and he gave an example. He said, the Mother Kali comes and chops your ego. And I understood that my ego chopping started happening from that moment. She started chopping my ego. Whatever I carried, I am attached to this. It's gone. I was going through a lot of letting go after that. But what I couldn't imagine started happening in my life. There are amazing people started coming into my life. I had never dreamt of this kind of life, what I got after that. So that was the connection for me with the mother, and then I got connected to the Mother Earth. And slowly, that perspective of connecting to the Mother Kali, the Mother Earth, because you need to first believe something inside that is greater than you, right? And it happened to me that I started having this spiritual experience of the mother inside me. She was guiding. Now I feel she's always there at the back of me, holding the khadga, protecting me, right? So when we acknowledge that, yes, I am in the cosmic womb, I am being taken care of, I am being guided, we all are being guided, but we don't acknowledge it. We go into panic. We think, "Oh, what to do, I don't have." Okay, we have to bring ourselves back. Oh, I'm a child, and I'm in the cosmic womb. I'm safe, I'm guided, I'm loved, I'm protected. And when you do that, and when you develop this relationship with the higher mother, the cosmic womb, the Mother Gaia, whatever it is for you, maybe it is like some figure for you, some mentor for you, you start healing the connection with your biological mother. Once you heal the connection with your biological mother, you can't carry any guilt, shame for your sexuality. No, your sexuality is healed when you can heal your connection with your mother. Yeah, because you are born from there. Actually, in the mother's womb, also all the imprints are coming from there. So we all have our own way to look at healing, the process of healing. We have our very unique way. Like I am talking about how I came out of it. You may have your very unique way to look at it, right? But maybe you want to contemplate on this thought of how is your relation with your mother. Are you really close? Can you really talk to her? If your mother is still alive, do that whenever you get a chance. Whenever you have a chance, tell her about your emotion, your feeling. Maybe sometimes you really can't hug her, just go and hug her. Or there is a sort of ego, or there's a sort of anger that we hold for our mother. So you can go and speak to her sometimes about that. If you're not comfortable doing that, develop a relationship with a higher mother. Develop a relationship with the cosmic womb. Develop a relationship with the mother archetype, the higher self of your mother. Start practicing looking at your mother's higher self, not the daily mundane self where she she is somebody, but she has a greater part. And whatever you focus on will grow. I'm very sure every mother has this greater part, and it can be seen. No matter how bad is your mother, how worse is the mother, she will have this higher self, because when I started healing my connection with my mother, what I found is my mother was a gardener. Always she used to garden. She used to put plants here, one pot she will take, put plant there, one cup is broken, she'll put plant in that. She's always a plant lover, and I couldn't acknowledge that thing in her. I always saw the bad things in her. Oh, she's so possessive about me, she's putting fears in me, she's like that, she's like this, like that only. I'm in a complaining mood. But when I had a developed relationship with the greater mother, like the mother nature and the cosmic womb, I started seeing those qualities in my mother. I thought my mother is so weak, she can't stand up for herself. That's not the fact. In the times of the most difficult time in our house, my mother was the one who took a stand. She was the strongest person standing. And I started acknowledging those. And all the petty things, all the things that I complain for, maybe still it's there, still I'm working, because mother's relationship is sometimes a very deep work. We have to do it lifetime, and we keep improvising on that. But to a lot extent, I would say I was able to heal my connection with my mother. And I used to tell my mother, oh, you should meditate, because I used to meditate, read spiritual books. She never took my advice. No mother will take your advice ever from a child. For you, always for the mother, you are a child. So she never took my advice. But when I started healing my connection with my mother, and I did my meditation, I was doing my spiritual practices, my mother got into it. She started doing yoga, she started doing meditation, she started reading books, she started healing herself. And not only that, she started healing the relation with her own mother. She has a very bad relation with her mother. So friends, it's about one person taking responsibility, and you see the entire lineage can be healed. It says when you're working on yourself, you're not only working on yourself, you're helping 7 generation after you, 7 generation before you. So much importance is of your self-worth. And the root of this, I feel, is the most important work is healing your relation with your mother. And second is with your father. Next session we'll do connection with your father. Yeah. Why? Because this is where you are coming from. We are born out of sex. And anything that is not okay in regards to our sexuality, if you heal your relation with your mother, you will find that thing will start leaving you. That sexual block will start leaving you. Right, friends? So for a moment, I want everyone to connect with this cosmic womb. I'll just do a 2-3 minutes process. You can close your eyes wherever you are, because I feel it's a good way to do that. So close your eyes and imagine your favorite nature spot, the best beautiful place that you connect to. Can be a garden or wherever. Just feel that you are there in this beautiful nature place. And feel what happens when we are in the nature, the kind of relaxation, like the smell, the breeze, the trees surrounding us. And we drop into that beautiful, deep, deep relaxation. So allow yourself to feel this relaxation. And let this relaxation expand. Like feel that it is growing more and more. Your body and your mind is becoming more easy, more relaxed, because you are in such a beautiful natural place. And let it expand more and more and more. And as your awareness expands, let it expand more than this state you are in, the country you are in, the earth, and you're going into the space. Your consciousness is expanded as huge as the space, as big as the space, and maybe above the space, you can sense that there is something beyond space also. And feel now that you are like a little baby inside this huge, huge space. Like to feel the presence of this cosmic womb. And know that you are being taken care, whether you know it or not. You've always been taken care. You've always been guided. Loved, protected, and you're safe. And just relax in this state for some time, feeling safe, taken care of, and deeply relaxed. Just another 1 minute being in this state. And now, whenever you're ready, start coming back with this feeling of safety, being in the cosmic womb, and you can be here anytime you want. Come back, squeezing yourself back into the earth, into your country, into your state, into your body. And you can rub your hands, put them on your eyes. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Right, beautiful. So this is one very good way to develop our relation with our cosmic mother, cosmic womb. I did a short process. We didn't have much time today, but if you want, you can do it on your own. Sit for meditation and intend we want to be in the cosmic womb. And the more you are there in the cosmic womb, the more you would heal your relation with your biological mother automatically. You don't have to do anything. You'll start just seeing this higher mother in your own mother. And that is how you heal your roots. That's how you heal your sexuality. So sexual healing is about healing your origin. You're going back to your origin. When we talk sexuality, that's the reason I don't call it sex, I call it life force. So you're moving back into your life force. So that is what I had to share. If you have questions or sharing, we can have that now.
I think people are still in that power of that meditation which you made all of us go through.
Yeah.
Because I think even though you open your eyes, it takes time to actually come out of that whole space.
Exactly. So maybe let us dwell in this space. Let us practice it. It's a very beautiful practice. Yeah.
Let's do that. And what we can do is maybe next Monday, if people want to share their experiences, if you have done it again over this week, we could start the session with people sharing their experiences and then move on to the second part, which, as you said, is connecting to the father energy.
Yes. Yeah. That would be, I think, good to do.
So let's do that. So thank you, Aditya, for this beautiful session and the information that you gave. Thank you. And see everybody next Monday at 7 p.m.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.